Julie Andrews, a name synonymous with elegance, talent, and the kind of grace that only decades of experience can cultivate. At 90 years of age, one might imagine her life as a sequence of uninterrupted triumphs, a timeline dotted with cinematic milestones, stage performances, and personal achievements. Yet, beneath the surface of her celebrated career lies a story of personal struggles, disappointments, and health challenges that are, in truth, heartbreaking in nature. Today, we take a measured, factual look at the life and tribulations of Julie Andrews, tracing the trajectory from her early beginnings to the present, while attempting to understand the quiet tragedies that have punctuated her existence. Early life and training. Julie Andrews was born Julia Elizabeth Wells on October 1, 1935, in Walton-on-Thames, Surrey, England. Her mother, Barbara Ward Wells, was a piano teacher, and her father, Edward Charles Wells, was a woodworker. The combination of musical influence and practical discipline would shape the foundation of Julie's early artistic inclinations. From a very young age, she demonstrated a remarkable aptitude for singing and performance. By the age of 3, she was already performing in local shows, often demonstrating a voice that would later be described as extraordinary in both range and clarity. Her formal training began with piano lessons under her mother's guidance, later expanding to vocal instruction. These early years were rigorous, disciplined, and demanding. While many children of her age engaged in carefree play, Julie was subjected to a regimen of vocal exercises, stage rehearsals, and musical theory. By the age of 8, she had performed at the London Hippodrome, a notable venue that exposed her to the professional entertainment world far earlier than most of her peers. Early career struggles. Though her talent was undeniable, the path to recognition was not smooth. Julie faced financial challenges as her family struggled to maintain stability during the wartime years. Additionally, the entertainment industry was less forgiving of young performers, especially girls, whose career prospects were often limited and subject to social norms. She accepted numerous small roles in radio and stage productions, developing both her voice and stage presence, yet recognition was elusive. It was during this time that she adopted the stage name Julie Andrews, a name that would later become globally recognized. Early stage performances were met with mixed reviews. While some critics noted her vocal precision and charm, others described her acting as technically correct but emotionally reserved. These early critiques, while mild, foreshadowed the duality of her career: exceptional technical skill paired with cautious public perception. Breakthrough and stardom. Julie's first significant breakthrough came with her role in My Fair Lady on the London stage. Although she would later be famously replaced in the film adaptation by Audrey Hepburn. This decision, while understandable from a studio perspective, was a source of personal disappointment for Julie, highlighting the first major professional setback in her otherwise remarkable trajectory. Nonetheless, she continued to pursue stage work with diligence, securing the role of Eliza Doolittle in the original London production and later appearing in other musicals such as Camelot. Her vocal technique, precise diction, and refined presence allowed her to excel in roles that demanded clarity and poise, traits that would define her public persona. Her transition to film was equally significant. Mary Poppins 1964 marked a global turning point. Winning the Academy Award for Best Actress, she cemented her place as an international icon. The role required exacting vocal skill and a disciplined approach to performance, qualities Julie had cultivated over decades of practice. Professional triumphs versus personal struggles. Despite her professional success, Julie's personal life was not without challenge. Her first marriage to director Tony Walton ended in divorce, a source of private grief that was kept largely from public view. Subsequent personal relationships and family matters required careful navigation, balancing public image with private emotion. Health struggles began to emerge in her later career. Notably, she underwent multiple surgeries on her vocal cords, which tragically altered the quality of her once perfect singing voice. For someone whose identity and career were so entwined with vocal performance, this represented a profound loss. Though she continued to perform and act in films, the limitations imposed by these procedures were inescapable. Reflections on aging and loss. As Julie Andrews approached her 9th decade, the cumulative impact of career pressures, health issues, and personal setbacks became more pronounced. While many contemporaries slowed their professional activities, she remained active, participating in television appearances, memoir projects, and interviews. However, the joy of performance was tempered by the realities of physical limitation and reflection on opportunities lost. In a measured sense, her life demonstrates the dichotomy between public perception and private experience. To the world, she remains an icon of poise, skill, and elegance. Privately, she has faced challenges that, if examined without dramatic embellishment, are nonetheless profoundly tragic. Closing thoughts for Part 1. At 90, Julie Andrews stands as a testament to dedication, artistry, and resilience. Her story is a study in contrasts: public triumph paired with private hardship, early promise tempered by professional setbacks, and a voice that once defined generations, now modified by the inevitabilities of age and health. The tragedy is not in melodrama but in the quiet erosion of what she once possessed naturally, and the slow negotiation of a life that has given so much, yet demanded equally in return. Part 2. Following her success in Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews transitioned more actively into film. While her early stage career had been characterized by meticulous preparation and incremental recognition, her film work demanded adaptation to a different type of discipline. Unlike the stage, where performances unfold in real time before a live audience, film required precise timing, multiple takes, and patience with technical constraints. Julie, accustomed to live performance, approached this with diligence, though not without occasional frustration. Her subsequent role in The Sound of Music 1965 reinforced her standing as an international star. The film's production was extensive, involving long hours of shooting in alpine locations, complex choreography, and detailed attention to costume and makeup continuity. Andrews approached the work with the same technical rigor she had applied to stage productions. Critics universally praised her clarity of voice and consistency of character portrayal, though some noted her restrained emotive expression a hallmark of her professional style rather than a deficient. Why? The weight of expectations. As fame increased, so did external expectations. Julie Andrews was frequently invited to public appearances, interviews, and award ceremonies. While these engagements were often described as glamorous, they also introduced pressure to maintain a flawless public image. Her every comment, gesture, and performance was scrutinized. This period of her life illustrates the duality of celebrity, professional validation coexisting with persistent scrutiny. Additionally, studio negotiations and contractual obligations often limited her choice of roles. While she had personal interest in more dramatic or experimental projects, her established persona as a wholesome, technically perfect performer influenced the type of roles offered. The tension between artistic aspiration and professional expectation would recur throughout her career. Voice challenges and surgeries. One of the most significant personal and professional tragedies of Julie Andrews' life involved her vocal health. In the 1990s, she underwent surgery intended to remove non-cancerous nodules from her vocal cords. The procedure, however, resulted in permanent damage, fundamentally altering the quality of her voice. For someone whose identity was intrinsically tied to vocal performance, this represented a profound loss. She could no longer perform in the same way on stage or screen. Publicly, she addressed the issue with composure, though private accounts reveal emotional distress and a sense of personal limitation. This event underscores a recurring theme in her life: the disparity between external perception and internal reality. Later film and television roles. Despite vocal limitations, Julie Andrews continued to perform, adapting her approach to accommodate changes in her abilities. She appeared in films such as Victoria 1982, a project that allowed her to employ both acting and singing in measured capacities. Her work on television, including guest appearances and interviews, demonstrated her professionalism, patience, and enduring presence in the entertainment industry. She also contributed to numerous projects behind the camera, including voice work for animated films. These roles allowed her to maintain a connection to performance without the same physical demands. While public audiences often focused on her past film successes, she engaged in these quieter, less visible projects with consistency and dedication. Memoirs and reflections. In later years, Julie Andrews authored memoirs detailing both professional achievements and personal challenges. These works, while comprehensive and insightful, maintained a tone of measured reflection rather than dramatic revelation. She described early disappointments, professional setbacks, and personal losses in a candid but controlled manner, emphasizing perseverance, discipline, and gratitude over melodrama. Her reflections also highlight the psychological toll of a life in the public eye. Navigating fame, professional criticism, and personal disappointment required continuous adaptation. She acknowledged both privilege and limitation, offering readers a view of a life carefully balanced between external acclaim and internal reality. Personal life and quiet struggles away from professional work. Julie Andrews' personal life included long-term relationships, family connections, and friendships within the entertainment industry. She faced the ordinary challenges of aging, including health considerations, family dynamics, and reflection on past choices. While not publicly dramatized, these experiences contribute to a broader understanding of her life's tragedy. The term does not necessarily imply sensational loss, but rather the cumulative effect of limitations, disappointments, and the passage of time on someone whose talents were once boundless. In a quiet sense, her story at 90 is marked by the gap between former capabilities and present realities, a reality faced by many aging performers. Awards, honors, and recognition. Throughout her life, Julie Andrews received numerous accolades, including Academy Awards, Golden Globes, BAFTAs, and Emmy Awards. These achievements represent external validation of her skill and contribution to the arts. Yet, the recognition also serves as a reminder of professional peaks juxtaposed with personal and physical limitations encountered later. Awards, while celebratory, do not erase the gradual loss of certain abilities, nor do they mitigate the emotional weight of personal setbacks. Closing thoughts. For Part 2. By the midpoint of her life, Julie Andrews embodies both triumph and restraint. She stands as an exemplar of technical excellence, artistic dedication, and professional resilience. Simultaneously, she has experienced profound limitations, including health challenges and the inevitable realities of aging. The tragedy of her life is not in scandal or sensational drama, but in the quiet, persistent negotiation of public success with personal limitation, a story of enduring grace shadowed by private difficulty.